Hi guys, I'm James Murphy, aka the TBC Powerbox, coming to you on my 70th broadcast tonight at 7:30 in the evening South African time. Abundance, Abundance Coin, TBC to change the world. You guys, I want to read the blog, so I'm just going to jump over to that. Here's the blog I want to read. I'm going to elaborate quite a lot on this blog tonight. Cash flow coaching is a game changer. You can see some people standing in the background, and then two businessmen having a handshake with the old TBC logo and the new Pringles logo. Okay. Are you cash flowing $500 to $1,000 a week constantly in TBC? Hello, Stephen Cuffey. Hello, Jules. And hello to my wife. At this time in TBC history, you are well ahead of the pack if you are having that kind of cash flow or better. Also, you possess the most valuable knowledge that is needed desperately inside the TBC community. And you should turn the teachings of that knowledge into a service and call it cash flow coaching. Essentially, this blog can provide its students the book smarts, but you have what is called street smarts. Members should be lining up to learn from you. Okay, so members of TBC should be learning from us, leaders. We should be there to teach the newbies and the elderly people, because a lot of the elderly people don't really know what's going on in TBC. There is a lot of them that does know what's going on in TBC, but there is also a lot of them that doesn't. As one of my leads today, so it was someone that used to work with Sky Farah, the lady who passed away a few weeks ago. Me and this uncle have been talking the whole day. He's 70 years old and has a problem doing the things he's supposed to do, and Sky used to help him with everything. So there is a lot of people who knows how to work TBC, but there's a lot of people who doesn't. And we are supposed to be there, as leaders, to educate these people, to help them. Because if we do not provide the help, then what a community are we then? We must provide the help that is needed. We need to coach them. We need to teach them, educate them. On the other hand, are you that are reading this blog right now struggling to earn an income with TBC? If that is the case, I hope this blog will connect you and our cash flow coaches together. Just don't expect getting that knowledge to be cheap and certainly not free. One of the biggest reasons for personal failure in the complete unwillingness to invest in oneself. That's a problem a lot of people have. They don't want to invest in themselves. Now, investing in yourself means you will learn where you can, what you can, as much as you can, whenever you can. That's calling self-investment. If you are willing to do self-investment, then you are well on your way to greatness. But if you are not wanting to have self-investment, then it's not going to help you one little bit, to be honest with you. Hello, Jared Windsor. And Bitcoin Scott Wahalka.
Jared Windsor says educating people does not always mean one-on-one. There's plenty of videos and blog posts.
Yes, plenty of videos, plenty blog posts where people can be educated. If we want to educate people properly, we can charge a fee and we can have a hall where 20, 30 people come together at once and we make a training we make it a training seminar. Then you are starting with self-investment. You can invest as much money as you want You can do as much investment plans and cryptocurrencies as you want, but self investment is not, if you're not interested in self investment, you will not get where you want to be. If you want to do the if you want to invest millions and trillions into many different currencies and cryptocurrencies and other investment plans, but you are also willing to have self investment as well, then you, like I said before, you are well on your way to greatness.
And Lincoln Scott says, help them register into Google Cash. Pay $10 annual fee, register TBC 009, teach, coach, two partners with you. And then Jared said, there is no leverage in one on one. We need to use what is there to teach in groups as much as possible.
Yes, Jared ones, it's true. But Gwen Scott is also true. You must educate people to join up to tbc009.net. Start up Kringle Cash, pay the $10 fee, do the 10 questions, register on tbc009.net, send the funds, and all those other things. We need to teach and educate in groups. Okay, so I'll read this piece again. Just don't expect getting that knowledge to be cheap, and certainly not free. One of the biggest reasons for personal failure is the complete unwillingness to invest in oneself. If you do not want to invest in yourself, you will have personal failure. But if you want to invest in yourself, you will not be a failure. You will be the complete opposite. You will be a much better person. Do you expect everything around you? Do you expect everything around you should just be free? True leaders never work for free. Yes, there are leaders to give out plenty of free samples of what they have to offer. But in the end, if you want to get what you got, if you want to get what they got, you will have to pay to get it. It doesn't make sense. You will have to pay to get it the full package.
Yeah, you have to pay to get it, the full package.
Oh, you'll have to pay to get it, the full package. Okay, I read it wrong. The free stuff will only take you so far. And that is really the difference between book smarts and street smarts. I have those street smarts and have a proven track record with many ventures of becoming a cash flow giant. But as I attempt to pass that know how along to you here, I am handicapped to text only and in bite sized pieces too. You need flesh and book and blood. I don't know why I read book. You need flesh and blood. You need a coach. You can completely interact with to learn from them. You need to be willing to pay for your coach. In second and third world countries, $500 to $1,000 US, 500 to 1,000 US dollars a week income is what wealthy people earn. In first world countries, $500 to $1,000 a week is a professional income, and you got skill to earn it.
Okay, Jared says, yeah, I've been saying this for a while and criticized for it. People should learn to pay for things. Now it's in the blog. People will start to pay attention.
Yes.
And that's what they will exactly do, Jared, because a lot of people only go on what they read and what is posted, almost like when they see a newspaper article, they only believe it once it's in a newspaper article. Same scenario applies here by the looks of things.
Okay. But that is far from a wealthy income in the first world country. TBC offers unlimited income potential, and I don't want you to get the impression that 500 to $1,000 a week is always going to be the top side of our community. That just seems to be the current case at this historic moment as I examine our members and their transactions. So if you're cash flowing $500 to $1,000 a week, you should develop a cash flow coaching service above and beyond partnerships. Partnerships are easy and cut and dry at 50-50 splits, but cash flow coaching is a game changer. I'll leave the structures of the development that up to your imagination. Okay, let me put it to you guys like this. I spoke to a lady today who stays near the Cape. She met a group of people. She gave a couple of months ago a presentation to a group of people for TBC. And at that time, it was a group of about 7 people. That 7 people joined TBC straight away. And the presentation lasted like 15 minutes. And people joined up to TBC. After the presentation was done, she already had all people that was there that joined. Now, after a while, it was about 2 or 3 weeks, these 7 people that joined came and said, okay, we have got a group of 700 people that want to hear the presentation of TBC. So they went again, and now they gave it in a group of 8. The group of 8 people gave the TBC presentation to over 700 people. Now the whole initiative started with 1 person. Now they're sitting on over 700. This woman who I spoke to, she said, now all these 700 people are busy joining TBC on a daily basis. These other 7 women that's sitting, not 7 women, sorry, these 7 people, that's a mixture of guys and girls, sit on a table and they're signing up 10 people or 15 people a day each. Or it's 10 people in total a day. When these people are ready to purchase $100, they're not splitting 50-50. Even though it started with 1 person and the person who started it should get the 50-50, this person said to these other people, we're working on cash flow. So we are going to work it that out of the 700 people, we work it on a half cycle system. This person will buy TBC from member number 1. This person will buy TBC from member number 2. And they'll go through to member 7. Then back down to member number 1. So by the time each person that signed up to TBC purchases $100 and all 700 plus of them has purchased, these 7 people who started up, who gave the big presentation, they each made exactly the same amount of money without saying, no, but you made more than me or you made more than me. And there's no 50-50 splits because it's not coming from one person's wallet. It's coming from multiple people's wallets. So that's how they work it. And that's how we should work it.
Well, Jared says here, TBC income can be made from it and out of the community based on the services we offer.
Yes, exactly, Jared. Now, let me put it to you guys like this. We've now got currently 6 people in the chat tonight.
Okay, I'll just warm up my bag for my neck. Okay.
We've currently got 6 people in the chat tonight. Let's say myself, my mother, and the 6 of you, it makes 8 of us. We decide to come together in a meeting hall and we gather 10,000 people. Let's say out of that 10,000 people, 800 people join TBC. So then we each get 100 people. Okay. Now, let's say, for instance, Randy Wilson was the one who gave us the presentation. And because of the presentation Randy Wilson gave us 8 people, we decided to go give the same presentation to 800 people. Or to 10,000, but 800 people decided to join. Which means, in layman's terms, if someone purchases TBC from us, we should split with Randy. Because we got our knowledge from Randy. And if it wasn't for the knowledge Randy has given us, we wouldn't be able to give a presentation to 800 people. We people to join TBC. But we gave people, 800 people, knowledge to TBC. And they joined. But due to the cash flow system we have received, that 800 people can choose. No, they want to, all of them want to buy $100 from me. But then it's unfair to the rest of you guys, the 7 of you that's left. Or we decide, okay, my mom and I are going to split. She does 400, I do 400. But then the 6 of you who is in the chats are still losing. Because then you're not benefiting from nothing. Cash flow system. Then we work it out. Okay, we're going to work it like this. First person buys from me. Second person, my mom. Third person, Jared. Fourth person, And then we've got the first 8 people that want to purchase, they buy from each one of us. And then they jump back to my mother and work down the line. The reason for that, we make each equal amount of money. We work on the same system. No one is earning more than the next, generating cash flow. Yes, Jared, we need to. People lack the knowledge they need with TBC. And us leaders, we can come up with a training program system to teach these people about cash flow, just like what I explained. Now, if we've got 8 leaders and we've got 800 new members, they're going to purchase $100 from us, but they're also going to pay us to educate them on cash flow, to educate them on everything else that they also need to learn in TBC, which means we are not just generating cash flow through TBC sales. We'll be generating cash flow through selling our knowledge to people, giving them the training that they need, the coaching that they deserve. Okay, let me carry on reading, yeah?
Did you read what Jerry said?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, I do have some suggestions. Many of our broadcasters have over-delivered and consistently do over an hour a day. Consider keeping the free broadcast down to 30 minutes a day. And then do the other 30 plus minutes as a private content. You can offer to just your subscribers. Pay to see it and even interact within it. $10 a week paid per $10 a week per paid subscriber to have access to an ongoing library of your teachings by video. Would not be too much to ask. I don't think it's too much to ask. $10 per person a week, and then we can do an hour plus broadcast. But then, unfortunately, we cannot reload our broadcast onto our video page once we are done. Or we end the broadcast and then we somehow go into a private Zoom call. That's what we can also do. Yes, Jared, that's what you explained to me the other day when we spoke. Setting up a website would naturally have to be part of the delivering on that idea. Use part of the 30 minutes you give away as a free sample to convince your viewers of your cash flow skills and explain to them how they can pay for you to coach them. You can sell your time in one-on-one session. Don't overprice your time when you start selling it by offering cash flow coaching. Make it very affordable at first. Then over time, raise the price of your time to meet the high-end demand of it. Success breeds success. As you transact, you should interview those that paid you on video and capture their reason for doing business with you. Also capture their success stories on video. Whenever one of your partners or students completes a transaction, bring them onto your show and share the story behind the transaction. Here's an odd but true saying. Facts tell, but stories sell.
Yeah, but it worked yesterday with the people that came in.
Yes. Now, the people that came here yesterday, their upline didn't desert them, but their upline is not communicating with them. We'll give them irrelevant information.
Or not know the answer to the question.
Meaning, for instance, they would ask about migration, but their upline would say, okay, I'm not sure, I'll have to come back to you, but they never come back to them. So after I spoke to them, they did purchase each, the man and husband, man and husband, the husband and wife have purchased each $800 of TBC. So it's $1,600 from TBC. They do come from Nigeria, but they stay in South Africa. But they both come from Nigeria. He moved to South Africa in 2014. So he's been here for 4 years. And after I was finished giving them the TBC presentation on how I work TBC, They each decided to purchase another $300 of TBC. The one will be cash, the other one will be goods and services, or goods. Not services, but goods. So that's how well it went. Because facts tell, but stories sell. I love that. I actually really, really love that.
I think it's one of Jared's famous words that he actually implemented.
Sorry, guys, I just had to quickly write that down. I'm a person, if I don't make a note of something, I tend to forget.
What
People,
was that? Facts tell.
stories, facts tell, stories sell.
Okay.
People tire quickly of long daily lectures. People who entertain, who are people are entertained when they watch others in a dialogue. Half of what you see on TV is just two people at a time having a dialogue. That works long term. Lectures burn people out, even if you're one that can deliver great monologues. Coaches should support other coaches on these broadcasts. Join each other on each other's shows and share your wins and successes with each other in dialogue on your shows. Yes, it is time for broadcasting campaign to grow up a bit now from where we started. The broadcasting campaign continues even though we are starting this cash flow campaign too. Here's where we are going now. The smart members of TBC community will embrace the idea of purchasing cash flow coaching, and this will generate another revenue stream of income for those already doing good at daily cash flow. Duplication will naturally take over the members that cash flow inside TBC will grow by leaps and bounds. Soon, every broadcast will be overflowing with dialogues of success stories. This will set the TBC community ablaze. Massive growth will come next. As you sell these services, feel free to make each a TBC transaction. For example, if you wanted to charge $10 a week for exclusive content you produced, you could collect that as you wish in cash or Bitcoin or whatever. But you could return $10 in TBC to them and make the whole thing a TBC transaction, and your services become an icing on the transaction cake. Oh, but there is a drawback. The new wallet can't make even change on these type of small transactions. As I said before, this new wallet is not the last wallet we will develop. In the future, we will make a wallet that does small change. So just give two Kringle coins to cover $10 transactions. I would not consider that a discounting the coin. That is just the right way to work with the current technology we have at this time. I hope this is very clear. We do need to move forward, and we need all those cash flow kings and queens to come out and offer some awesome coaching programs now. Okay.
Yeah, Jared says here, a while back there was no proper teaching. Once many had sold the TBC, they moved on, and this is why there are so many orphans. So I said, to reply to that, Jared, this is fact, and we need to reset how we do our cash flow coaching.
Yes.
And then Sorenzo's here.
Hello, Serenza TBC Perore, Serenza Rose Reagari. How are you? Okay. Let me go back to when we were in Uganda. We were in when we landed at Uganda airport at I can't remember, Entebbe airport. We we went from Entebbe airport to Kampala. The next day we went to Mbali. We were in Mbali for about 5 minutes, and we already started giving our first uh, TBC presentation, TBC meeting. We weren't even halfway through our TBC meeting, and these people gave us a lot of information, and people started purchasing. Everyone that was there within the first 10 minutes started paying for their $10 lifetime wallet fees. They got cash and they started handing out cash so that we could get cash back to us in South Africa, transferred over to Rand so that we can get to pay for their wallets. So that we could get the money into a bank account, buy Bitcoin, and then pay for their wallets. By the time we left Uganda, there was a lot of people who purchased TBC. But us, myself and my mom, we took 50% from 3 sales. I
Yeah.
think it was 3 sales. The rest of the sales was split between Richard, the person who invited us, and his partner, Kokas. So they split the sales 50-50. Now they work hand in hand with each other on TBC on a daily basis. They are the two top leaders that we appointed in Uganda. So now they are working a cash flow system. If they need any help, yes, they do communicate with us, but most of the things they do know themselves, and they can educate people as well. So now when sales are done, there's TBC purchase from Richard or there's TBC purchase from Caucus, but they split 50-50 for cash flow. And yes, okay, they don't always make a cash sale. They're doing goods and services as well, just like what I'm doing. So that's how we need to work it. So I will say, sorry guys, my camera is not really working that well. You saw me in the beginning of the video, but I had a problem with my camera. That's why I was late. So you're not going to see me now. You'll only see me again on my mom's broadcast or tomorrow. Okay, guys, look, I just want to say, let's get the cash flow going. Let's start with the coaching campaign and the cash flow campaign. Remember always, GAP, God always provides. God always protects. God answers prayers. Guys, I love you all.
Jared's got something to say.
Oh.
Jared says, if people expect your time, they should be partnering.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. Jared, that is perfect. I'll see you guys on my mom's broadcast in a couple of minutes. I love you all. Till my mom's broadcast. Ciao for now, guys.
Love you guys.
Okay, I just need to do this. Love you guys. Ciao for now. Bye bye.